My name is McLean. I'm Head of Enterprise Solutions at Focus Group. Our customers' transformation was needed because they'd been very successful and grown very quickly. Because of that, had established quite a lot of technical debt. They'd also recently had some cyber attacks, and while they'd invested in some technology, they hadn't had the time or the expertise to deploy that successfully. So they had problems in our management and operation layer, where there was a lot of false positives in their security suite, so they couldn't tell the real state of their security was. They had problems with governance, risk and compliance reporting, and also operationally and performance-wise, they had problems with network performance, which was hampering the business. The customer chose to act now and speak to Focus because there had been a recent spate of cyber attacks in the news in the same industry as them. Plus, they had been carrying their risks on the back of their digital transformation for quite some time and felt now was the time to act. The customer was familiar with Cloudflare through their web application firewall, so the customer had purchased Cloudflare Zero Trust, but they hadn't been successful in implementing it due to time and expertise, so they called on Focus to help them implement the security tools within the Cloudflare One suite. The customer had a very lean IT team, and they were a very engineering and developer-led organization. So while they'd been able to grow very successfully and very quickly by creating new applications and new products, they didn't have the deep-rooted operational or security or networking expertise that was required to get the most out of the products. The customer was an existing customer of Focus Group's, and they actually came along to one of our events and heard us talking about SASE technologies and how they could be used to implement Zero Trust. Because of that and our relationship with Cloudflare, being a Cloudflare authorized service delivery partner, the customer engaged us to work with them and help them get the most out of their Cloudflare investment. The main Cloudflare product sets we used to help the customer was the Cloudflare One Zero Trust platform, and the customer used all of the features involved in that. And they also had Cloudflare Magic WAN and Cloudflare Magic Firewall to add to their existing Cloudflare WAF deployment. The customer had purchased Cloudflare, and what Focus's approach was to take with that was to have a very consultative approach to help them get the most out of their technology purchase. So we first of all engaged with them on a discovery exercise. So we ran a series of workshops where we looked at their overall security posture and their overall technology landscape. And we also worked with them on what they felt their current risks were in their environment. We then took that and did a current state analysis and a deep discovery exercise of their Cloudflare platform. From there, we were able to create a risk register and then work with the customer on a series of sprints, tackling the high-risk items first by implementing a number of Cloudflare solutions to mitigate each one of the risks. The time it took for implementation was really based around the severity of the risks and also the customer's own time frame that they could be able to work with us. So after an initial engagement of 1 to 2 weeks to get the baseline, we then worked them in a series of sprints, each sprint taking 2 weeks. We're currently at sprint number 6, working through their requirements. The lessons learned in this process are really that technology alone doesn't give the desired outcomes for our customers in many occasions, and it was a combination of understanding the problem and understanding what the success factors are, using the technology in an appropriate way, and then having the consultative approach to work with the customer to understand their environment, to deploy the tools in the correct way, and then be able to check that those success factors have been met.